Now, let's talk about that third quality. Optimism. Anyone remember the Partridge Family? Partridge Family's best known song.
Come on, Gary.
Come on, get happy. Come on, get happy. Right? Now, the important thing to remember about optimism is these first three letters, because those first three letters, the word optimism has in common with another word. Option. We have to remember that optimism is an option. It's a choice we make. You see, some people say I'm just a pessimistic person by nature. Baloney. There's no such thing. You became a pessimistic person because you focused on the wrong things. And so, by focusing on the right things, you can choose to be an optimistic person. Now, what is an optimistic person? What do you think? What does an optimistic person think about?
Happy, cheerful.
The brighter side of things. Not always happy, not always cheerful, but the brighter side of things. Looking for the positive. And sometimes looking for the positive is harder to work. There's no mistaking that. Sometimes it is hard work. Because what are we bombarded with every day? Negatives. And you flip on the news, and what do you see? Bad people doing bad things to other people, right? That's what we see on the news. Now, I personally have made a choice a long time ago. I got sick of the news, I turned it off. I'm choosing optimism. Because if I try to find optimism in the news, in the evening news, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And so by making that choice, now I want to stay informed, right? And so I have, on my homepage on the internet, I have headlines, right? And then I can choose which headlines I'm going to read so that I can stay informed. It's very different. I don't want to be ignorant of what's going on, but I want to choose being informed. But I'm looking for those optimistic qualities, things that are positive about the world we live in. And it is a great world that we live in. It's a great society that we live in. Well, what's going on right now in this great society? The big R, right? Everyone's talking about recession. Everyone's, we could say, freaked out. They're so worried about the recession. Now, the people that you call on and that you do business with, are they worried about the recession? The stocks they are. They're concerned about whether or not, because primarily who do you do business with? Other people. Other businesses. And for the most part, what size businesses?
Small business.
Small to mid-sized businesses. They're very concerned about the economy right now. And so if we come in and we want to talk about the recession, what are we doing? Bringing them down. We're going to have a guy who's so depressed. Number one, he's not going to think he can afford your product. I can't buy anything. We're in the middle of a recession. This is horrible. These conditions are. How many recessions in your lifetime has the American economy been through?
Quite a few.
I would say we've had. Everyone always talks about it. How many true recessions have we had? Yeah, maybe one or two. But the perception of a recession is what people are. I mean, that's their reality, right? And what always happens after a recession? A rebound, right? So focus on the rebound. And at the same time, be concerned, share their concern, be empathetic, help them to understand that what you're trying to help them to accomplish is maybe going to be one of the keys to helping them survive that recession. Especially if you can come up with a program, come up with a solution that is going to do what? Help them make money, save money, or make money. That's another way to approach it. That's another way to approach it. Help them to save money, help them to make money, but focus on the positive. Nobody wants to hear more bad news. And so what you want to be is that little ray of sunshine. I don't know if that looks like the sun or not, but that little ray of sunshine in that business owner's day. How do you do that? What's the most important thing you do? That's true, but how can you train your brain to be optimistic? What's one thing that you can do physically?
Smile.
Smile. Because if you smile, whether you're answering the phone, talking to someone on the phone, you're standing in front of them, you're driving in your car, and all of this bad news is swirling around in your head about recession and whatever, and you smile, it makes you feel better. There's an interesting physical connection there. If you smile, you feel better, not the other way around. And see, most of us think that if we feel better, then we'll smile. But it doesn't work that way. Smile first, then we'll feel better. Okay.